Seifeddine, welcome to the Commerce Talk series here at the RIA Seamless conference. We met already at our small Seamless Sounds 100 VIP dinner yesterday in a very, very nice hotel. I don't know if I've ever been in such a nice hotel. Please introduce yourself and Monoprix, the company you're working for.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for having me. So my name is Seifeddine Ben Jemia. I'm the CEO of Monoprix Tunisia. We are celebrating this year its 90th anniversary. The first store opened in 1933, and we operate today 86 supermarkets. We are listed on the Tunisian stock market. We have more than 20,000 square meters of storage, more than 100 trucks, and we also operate industrial platform for bakery and for meat. As of different digital platforms, I will be happy to talk with you.
Yeah, we will come to this later. For the ones that have not been to Tunisia yet and don't know Monoprix, can you give us a bit more details into the business itself? What is it like? Is it like Karstadt, Selfridges in Europe? Is it more like a grocery business?
It is more grocery business. We haven't seen specialists coming yet to Tunisia. We have only sports specialists like Decathlon. We witnessed the arrival of Fnac Darty, but it is still small. So the market is 25% penetrated by grocery official players like ourselves, like Carrefour, like Auchan with their local partner. And we have witnessed in the past year the arrival of the hard discount with the local player also. So all of us represent 25% of the market. So
and the rest is
informal, is traditional
so this
commerce.
Kind of corner stores, mom and pop stores?
Absolutely.
That's how Tunisia is buying?
Yes.
And is then your market, let's say the more professionalized market, is it then growing, or is it hard to catch up with the corner stores? Because now with recession and inflation, I saw that in a couple parts of the world, one of our customers, Mercado Maico, is in this business. The corner store market is even growing because people are switching back from weekly purchases into day-to-day purchases.
It is really interesting. According to our suppliers, because we catch data from our suppliers, the traditional market is growing faster than us. But I think the public policies have the objective to support more the development of organized commerce and grocery. So I think the coming years we will see a good growth for players like that, like us.
And the business itself, so you say it's like in the grocery business, but can I compare it like to a Carrefour in France or like to Edeka Rewe in Germany? Mm-hmm. Or is it more like fruits only and a more limited selection?
Okay, in Monoprix we are into supermarkets, so the non-food quote part is quite low. Our objective is of course to develop it.
Yeah.
But we have a sister company operating 4 hypermarkets under the brand Géant, and hypermarket segment, the non-food business is 45% of the revenues. So we know how to sell. We know non-food product. We have the after sales. We have the supply chain to do it. But we are facing an important informal economy on non-food. So it's basically hardline, TVs. But as I said, I think in the coming years, we will see more and more stores, including Monoprix, proposing non-food products.
And from the selection you're offering in your grocery line, is some of the products are produced and sold exclusively by Monoprix, or is it like global brands or local brands you're selling?
We have a technical partnership with Monoprix France, so we propose a selection of their product portfolio. We have also developed our private label, today positioned as a on the low income retail, and we have more than 350 SKUs exclusive to our network of stores.
And we have discussed here in this podcast many, many times the different like delivery option and e-commerce options in the business. And we had a certain hype of ultra fast delivery in Germany over the last couple of years during Corona. How was this discussed and done in Tunisia?
We are beginning, and it is not easy. We have a partnership with Jumia, the e-commerce players, for quick commerce. So we are able today, we have 5 stores proposing, with the promise, which is a 2-hour delivery, starting from the order with Jumia.
And you're doing it most likely in Tunis only?
In
or
Tunis
is it like,
only, yeah.
Okay.
Tunis only. We are studying Sousse, but for now it's Tunis only. And we are struggling because, we have discussions with, the other players, delivery players. And it is difficult because the ecosystem of, drivers is not well structured. And, it's a challenge, but, we see growth in this.
How do you do it today? Is it like it's picked from store, I guess? Because it's like it's still, it's test. And these pickers are people from Jumia, or it's like your own people?
Our own people. So today the number of orders is very low. So as of today, we can manage that. But we have in mind that if, to scale it, we will need to have a different operating model, including maybe, setting up some dark stores or, working with our partners on the picking process, including having people from their platform to do it and share the revenue in a different way.
And what is your offering there? Are you deliver it for free? 2 hours, obviously a high convenience factor. You don't need to go to the store, but do you take a delivery fee? Do you have like a minimum value and basket value? How is it working?
Basically, our partner is taking a percentage of the basket and is taking care of the delivery and is billing back this part of the delivery cost. It is not 100% of the delivery costs. And, the customer will be on the platform of our partner. And then we have a connection between their platform and our OMS in the store and our ERP and our checkout. So all this work in a very seamless way as of today. And we can scale it. But the problem today for me, the challenge in the coming months and years would be the fleet of drivers that need to be more efficient and more aligned with the promise to the clients.
How is it working today? How many drops can a driver do in an hour? Is he only delivering groceries if it's like on a run, or is it like it's just like has like it's his truck or his parcel delivery a car, and then on top of the 10 other parcels on the TV, on the, I don't know, whatever box, he's putting like 2 or 3 grocery boxes. Is it working this way?
It is specifically for the food drivers. So they are not transporting any TV or hardline or other stuff. So these guys are, they have a baseline of orders delivering from restaurants, food. And on top of it, they can manage to deliver grocery from our stores. That's how it works. I know that it is enabled by technological platform and property technology platform from our partner, but I don't have a detailed visibility on the algorithm, how it works, on the rules behind it.
And how big is also, I know it's your partner, but when you're working with Jumia, can we think about Jumia like an Amazon for Tunisia? Is it like the main platform where people would buy?
Absolutely. It's one-side destination, but it's the main marketplace in Tunisia.
And how big is e-commerce in Tunisia overall? What is the share of e-commerce?
It is less than 5% as of today. So it is
even in the popular categories like fashion, or it's less than 5%. So it's mainly brick and mortar business in Tunisia.
Absolutely.
And why is it? Because the penetration of mobile phones or internet must be as high in as any other country.
It is.
And people are like spending lots of time online, but still they are buying offline. Why is it?
I think I don't see the payment as a constraint because today with the cash on delivery, it is working.
Is this the main payment method, cash on delivery?
It is the main payment method.
Okay.
Absolutely. So it is working. It's not that what is blocking us from delivering more growth. It is, I think, the delivery modes that are difficult. And also, I think the convenience of having a store next to your place, and sometimes the prices as well, because even if those marketplaces are offering very competitive prices, but we have, as I said, an informal economy that sometimes is a very good, cheap alternative for clients. So, as of today, again, I think that, we will see an important growth in the coming years.
That's interesting, because like when the e-commerce boom in like most European countries started like in the mid 2000s. So, and it really penetrated the easy to win categories, consumer electronics, obviously, with Amazon, fashion with like many different players, ASOS, About You, Zalando. Every country has its own players. And the success was a function out of the waste selection, like a huge offering, good prices, and fast delivery. And it's very hard to beat in a brick and mortar business. For grocery, it's a bit different. It's kind of this kind of daily thing. You need it now. You don't want to have it. You cannot wait a week or so. But on the other categories, if I were to look at this like microphone equipment here, it's rather special equipment. I would most likely have a hard time finding something like this at the local consumer electronics stores in Tunis. Is there no offering on Jumia, for example, in this case, or don't I get a delivery from, I don't know, AliExpress.com into the country because it's under-delivered yet in general on the e-commerce infrastructure?
I think it's also about the products, and it can be sometimes difficult to import from Tunisia. So we don't have the tail you can see in Europe or Middle East or US on the product offering. And so people are still obliged to go to either abroad to buy very specific product equipment, or to go to an existing player. And I think the challenge for those marketplaces is to onboard more players that already have a brick and mortar footprint to onboard them on the platform. I think they are doing this. So that's why I believe that we will be doing our path towards that reality.
But growth is definitely slower compared to other countries. Okay.
Yeah.
And what does it mean like for the consumer behavior or consumer expectation in the grocery market? Are there like many consumers knocking at your door and saying, hey, I don't want to come to your store anymore. I want to have it delivered at home. There's no value in me picking the milk and the butter and the meat.
Yeah, we have part of our clients that tell us this, and we listen to that, and we delivered the first drives supported by our hypermarkets in 2018, and we delivered first 10 stores proposing click and collect, and now we have 6 more stores proposing the delivery. So we are definitely into facilitating the customer experience. And we have more and more customers that are very interested in this service. So we have a good growth, but it is still small compared to the global turnover of our group.
Have there been any ultra fast delivery experiments in Tunisia? You know, when like Gorillas and Getir and Flink pop up everywhere in the world somehow.
Yeah, well, you have Glovo, you have Jumia, you have also 2 or 3 other small players that are, you have Yassir, for example, that are looking for market share and for growth and for development in this area. I think that I'm quite not very convinced about the future of this business, because when you look at the economic units, it's complicated because we don't have the same margins than in Europe. So these players are still coming and talking about commissions that are known in Europe. But since the level of margins in Tunisia is not the same, I think we have room for progress in these discussions with those specialists in order to align the planets and have something that will work.
And apart from your 2-hour same day delivery, was it same day, right?
Yeah, same day.
Apart from, had there been any test with standard e-commerce in grocery from Monoprix side, where you say, okay, you can pick your order today, we deliver like tomorrow or like in 2 days, just the slot-based delivery setup?
Absolutely. We have started with the classical standard way of delivering.
On your own website or
on
also on
our
Jumia?
own website, and we are launching in a couple of weeks our first app that will enable very interesting other functionality, including hyper personalized promotions and communication. But we started with our standard website, responsive website, and we started with delivering day plus one. And we are still using our platform, because at the beginning I was always trying to escape from that risk of disruption. I don't want somebody between me and our clients, between us and our
That's
clients.
Smart.
Makes sense for the data, including for the data. But at a certain point we said that we could do the two in parallel. And I'm quite happy, because when I see who are the customers using our partner platform, they are customers we don't know. So the objective to bring a new traffic on our platform is delivered. We are not cannibalizing our own platforms. And I prefer definitely self-cannibalization than cannibalization. So if it was not us with this partner, probably another retailer would have done it. So it would make sense in this way.
And competitors are like potential other platforms. Are they offering maybe more like a local pickup, because there are like these corner stores all around where people can go on an app and say maybe, okay, I'd like to I have like 5 slices of bread or whatever in a corner store and some butter. Is this a business in your region?
Not necessarily with the same volumes you can see here. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you grow then the business? You're saying it's like still a complicated business, so it's picking up slowly. But do you make advertisements for it? Do you try to motivate customers to switch into this business, or you're just trying to see if the economics are working out for you?
Both. Both. We are working on the pricing, on the margins, on the product catalog, and also on and definitely on sustaining this model. So we have, as I said, a problem now with the delivery, the last mile delivery. So we are testing different partners. We are testing also in one store an owned capability for last mile. So we have 2 trucks doing it. So we have now proof of concept working, and definitely the app will bring an optimization of our conversion rates, and will facilitate more the customer experience. So and also we will be able to have this marketing automation campaigns that will be smart and data driven, and that will of course improve the acquisition of prospect and future clients.
What I learned from Lina here in the region is that regardless what you're doing in the digital ecosystem, it's very hard to get talent, even in the region where the online penetration is higher, like in Dubai or Bahrain, Qatar. When I hear that online penetration in general is like less than 5% in Tunisia, it must be even harder to find talent. Building an app, doing the picking app in the store. So, what's your experience here?
I confirm that human capital is among the biggest challenge. We have a lot of Tunisian talents leaving Europe, for Middle East. We are into this global market that is attracting and fighting for talents. And so this asks important question for us, and how to retain talents, how to have the project that will make them stay and will make them invest in our company, in their career, in our company as an employer. And it's today I have the chance to have a great team with me, and they are absolutely relevant for what we are doing, and we are relevant for them. So as of today, but it's a challenge. I agree.
But is it possible then to switch to a remote model? Because even like European companies do have a hard time to attract talent. Nobody wants to move into a region where nobody's living in Germany or France. They want to stick to the cities where maybe in Tunis, they want to live in Cairo. We have people living in Cairo. They don't want to move. So Could you switch to a remote model, or is it like culturally hard to adapt?
I think it depends on which jobs. I think for technology development, I guess it's possible. You can be coding from Bali or whatever. We see that in Tunisia as well. But if we talk about supervising the fleet of drivers, if we are talking about like managing the stores and the value proposition of each store toward the e-commerce, I don't believe in that. I think we need to be, to have those. So it depends. If it is technology development, yes. But if it is more operational jobs, I think it's very difficult.
But when I was thinking about Tunisia and preparing for the podcast, I would have thought that it's easier to get like good drivers or pickers, because like the equality of income is not equally distributed in Tunisia. So it's more equally like in Germany. That's why it's so hard to get drivers that want to do the job for a low income, or like there's minimum income. But there must be a low income class in Tunisia, because you don't have like minimum hourly rates. So it must be easy to get like for all the labor intense jobs usually educated people don't want to do. There's a huge amount of people that want to do it. Picking, driving, collecting stuff. Is this true, or do I have a wrong picture?
No, it is theoretically true.
Theoretically. Okay.
Theoretically true, but it is today reality that the economic units are not working, and maybe because our margins are too low. So basically we are testing now a sub list of products. So we are restraining the list of products in order to improve the margins, in order to be able to pay that commission to our partner to deliver. See what I mean? To maintain our margin, because I don't want to have a non-profitable growth, like running, just saying we have e-commerce, and we are working since the beginning on the profitability of this new revenue stream. And I believe that I'm confident that we will have the planet alignment to make it work. And I'm quite optimistic on that. And we will find the drivers, and we will have the economic units working. But as of today, regarding your question, I think it's the challenge, but I'm quite optimistic we will find the solution.
I've discussed this with some of the other grocery delivery services in Europe, and about the profitability path. And they said, okay, based on the margins available, for example, in Germany, there's very little chance to get this business into profitability. But when it's like big enough, you can put on top retail media, and you create like a media income. And this is when maybe you've looked into the Instacart IPO document that came out last week, and you see that all of the profit, all of the margin comes out of retail media. It's not the delivery business itself. They're losing money on every delivery, and they are kind of a scaled platform. It's like 700 million per quarter, including 200 million on delivery. Is that maybe an option for you? Is it okay if you have like a couple of 100,000 households, a certain share in online delivery, then you offer this data, this platform as a retail media platform to the brands you're selling?
We tried, even without the digital element of the proposition. We started like 2 years ago to monetize our data towards our suppliers, saying that there is no better advertisement than the one that is hyper personalized, including the one for the client buying your competitor's product in order to shift him towards your brand. And I think we need to test it again in a couple of years, because as of today, we haven't found enough maturity with the CMOs we talked with in order to. We started 2 or 3 campaigns, but it was not enough to make the required investment, including human capital, in order to scale it. So I'm not seeing the retail media for the e-commerce on the last mile part working, since we have not been able to make it work for our 86 supermarkets all across the country with our huge amount of data.
Got it. What brought you to Riyadh? Good to Seamless conference here. Maybe you're just here because of the podcast, but I guess you have other obligations too.
I'm here to learn first and to meet interesting people, to also make our country and our business more known in the region. I believe that there is a very interesting dynamic going on here. I have been here 2 years ago for another event, the FII, and I'm very happy to be here again because I believe that the kingdom and the region are having a very relevant vision, and they are walking the talk. And for me, it's a good way to see how things can be developed for Tunisia as well. So it's a good learning experience for me.
It's definitely present. When was it last time you were here? 12 years ago or 20 years?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but even like in 2 years, a lot of stuff
it is happening.
Yeah, I feel it's like 30% more cars on the streets now. People are getting angry and honking all the time. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting market. It's like I learned that online market share is still low in Tunisia. So it's like it feels a bit like early 2000s in Europe. Getting into a profitable mode in the grocery delivery business is as hard as it is in Europe, even with lower labor cost, which is super interesting and insightful. But I'm very optimistic for you to having it scaled. Maybe one last question, as we are in the e-commerce section of the podcast. When you would describe your tech team, like people doing online marketing or like building a platform itself, so how relevant is it for Monoprix in Tunisia? So is there like a dedicated tech team on this stuff, or is it like done by the network hardware team on the site?
No, we have absolutely dedicated teams and very good partnerships. So we also we have tried from the beginning to make it automated. So we invested in 2018 in a marketing resources management, marketing automation platform, and we built also a partnership with Relevancy. Probably know them. It's like the algorithm startup in France, and we are today able to have the segment of one targeted campaigns with very selected promotion and communication. So we have the teams, we have the partnerships, and we have the tools today to reduce the risk on our ability to scale this business.
Very cool. Then seeing you next time at one of the dinners we have. Not yet planned for Tunis, but maybe we have to look into that.
I will be very happy to welcome you in Tunis and the others participants. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.